There we go. What's up, everyone? We are back here on Twitch Monster 27, and we are back elimination racing right here on Forza 7 right here on Twitch Monster 27. And we had our speed report yesterday where we talked about the points and how big the points will be in the series. And here we are to start this race. We've got 11 drivers on tab for tonight's race, and we look forward to bringing it to you live. Let's go ahead and get things underway with the storylines. And some of the storylines is going to be the battle for the top final four and how that elimination race is coming. Obviously, elimination racing. So our eyes will be on this group right here. Which group is that? This is Skitty Brave. We're going to be talking about right here. It's going to be Beloved Car, who we're going to talk about right here. Beloved as well. Let's change the car here. Beloved Car in at number 1 needs to have a solid race in order to be able to make his way into the Final Four. This will be back-to-back Final Four appearances if he's able to get it done. Now, definitely hasn't had the season that he would have liked to be able to get himself in there, race his way in to be a strong candidate for the Final Four. But hey, you take what you can get, right? Here he is with a chance to make his way through despite the season he's had. Skitty Brave in the 46, same conditions. He has to be able to get through into the next round. He's going to have to run well in order to be able to do that. He is tied with Beloved, and so he's going to have a good running in order to be able to get through to the next round. But it's going to be all about this guy right here, back in black. 38 points out of the cutoff. Will he make it through? What's going to be the outcome for back in black in the 9? Now, he's missed several races, several things going on, obviously. But he is a fast driver when he wants to be. We'll see if he's able to get it done. We'll see if he's able to get it done. Back in black, this will be a testament to his skill and ability if he's able to run and get through into the Final Four. This is what it's all about right here in this road course here at Sebring. So hold on to everything. It is going to be a show tonight. We're going to bring it to you live right here. So that's our storyline number 1 anyway for this race. We will spotlight these guys throughout the race extremely heavily. Beloved Car in the 1 is our Blitz reporter, so we'll get an opportunity to talk with him throughout the race as well. Now let's talk about storyline number 2, and that is the others. Last week, this guy right here was able to get to victory lane. This is bigger than just getting to victory lane. Obviously, the battle for the top 10. So being able to get to the top 10 in points, he's sitting inside that top 10, but he needs to continue to have a good finish. His Beloved's already in the grass. We hadn't even got green flag yet. He's in the grass. That's not good. But can Hyundai steal another one from these chase drivers, and how will that influence the points? Obviously, that's going to be big. We got shenanigans going on right now, guys, already. So that's a lot to think about. How are these guys going to affect the points? Speaking of these guys, let's go down the field. Numbers you don't recognize. How about last place on the grid, last place car in the number 89 Toyota. That's big, or that's Pro Big Jojo, rookie in the series, first race. How about Ibis in the number 24, first race? He changed up his number. And then how about Spools in the number 31, first race? All 3 of these guys are rookies. So how will their presence impact the racing on the track? We'll get the answer to that. 36 laps on tap tonight with a 10-lap overtime if needed. And these chase drivers especially hope that we will not. As they round the final corner to approach the green flag, clear skies tonight. So we will get a chance to see how these guys do on this road course. Last time we were here, it rained. This time it's dry. Will these guys be able to get through the field okay? Will we have a caution on lap 1? Will field strategy become an issue? We'll find out. Green flag is in the air. We are racing for the Elimination 100 at Sebring. We got wrecking at 38. 38 in the tire barrier. He's got a rookie with him. $31 in the tire barrier as well. Let's see if he's got damage. No damage. He was able to salvage that car. Good for him. Gibson, though, we saw in that tire barrier as well. We got cars off the track again that look like Beloved in the 1. We saw when he was pacing that car, he struggled with that corner. And we see it again, Beloved back in 11th. Chase driver needing a good, oh no. Oh my goodness. And hard into the 51. Beloved might be done. And the 51 of Hyundai, big damage to the rear end of that car. Let's, yeah, Beloved, I think Beloved is done. Just like that. What happened? DNF caution out. What in the world happened for the driver of the 1 car? Wow. And what this does here is, I mean, honestly, it eliminates him from chase contention. I mean, wow. And you saw it on your screen. Pit road will probably be open this time by. We're going to see who decides to take it. And that will be none of the top group, I imagine. No, none of the top group. Obviously, those in the rear of the field are going to take it. But guys, I mean, questionable decision there. I mean, I don't know quite what happened there, if I were to say so myself, but wow. We'll definitely have to get a word in with Beloved here. And obviously it's been that type of season for CMR. The departure of West a couple weeks ago, and then performances like that for Beloved. So that's going to be big. All right, well, let's get an update really quickly on our chase drivers and where they are. There's Mikl sits up front. He's locked in via win. You've got Frosty, XR Frosty, who is there. He is sitting in the 2nd position, and these two SXR Racing sitting up here up front, and they are controlling. They'll be controlling the narrative here, if you will, or at least trying to, as they control. And that's the thing about being high in points for the BRL series, is that you're getting a chance to take advantage of your efforts, take advantage or reap the fruits of your labor. 1-2 start, you stay ahead of the mayhem that we see out there on the track. Back in black, doing exactly what he needs to do. He's up to third. Got a little bit of damage on that car, but it is superficial. And this is exactly what he needs to do. Now that back in black, now that Beloved has DNF, it's going to take back in black being able to maintain this position here on the racetrack, and we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. Right now he looks good, and we'll see if he can continue to do just that. Wow, surprising for Beloved. Still surprised here. Skitty Brave, one of those guys that pitted. Now he's going to be riding 8th, and we'll pay close attention to whether this is going to affect his performance or not in that number 46 Toyota. So we'll see what he could do. Number 45, I'm sorry, Toyota. This guy's teammate there in front of him in the 11. Chris the God 4 hoping to finish this race and not have any electronic issues. So, caution number 1 on lap number 1 for the DNF of Beloved in the 1-1-1. We're getting ready for our first restart here at Sebring. The Elimination Racing 100. Got a lot of laps to go in this 3.17 mile road course. A lot of texture to this road course as well, with different plateaus, different racing surfaces. Pretty flat racetrack though, so it's a challenge for these drivers. Here we go, restart number 1. Green flags in the air for XXR leading the field. And there you go, 3 wide, 4 wide into turn 1. Contact made, back in black being aggressive. Still rubbing doors, it's still 3 wide up front. Now it thins out, double foul, 31 is turned. And Chris is with him. No, Chris gets it going, 31 gets it going too. Good recovery for him. In the braking zone, really tough. We're back aboard to 38, who was able to get himself all the way back up to 4th. Hard in the braking zone they go. That right-hander, and you see behind you, they're all getting through that right-hander. You can extend the track some in concreted areas, but you can't cut the grass. So these guys doing what they can to stay on the racing surface. Now this corner right here is what got Beloved. This is a very tricky corner, and you see the 24 off course and into the grass. Into the right-hander, you can carry a little bit of speed through here before hitting this straightaway. Good way to run for the 38. He's got Skitty Brave all over him. Skitty, I'm sure, going to be aggressive, as he's going to ensure that he's able to make it through the next round. Into another braking zone. You can cut a little bit here, but you got to be careful. A little bit of contact there from back in black as he's trying to get Frosty. Drives it into the grass. It's going to kill his momentum. Side by side, Frosty says thank you, give that back. Appreciate that. Here comes Skitty Brave, going to try to make a move. Skitty, a chaser, needs to get into this group here. He's going to dive on the brakes here. Tied on the inside. Now he's going to try to take a 2-for-1. No, plays it very smart. What a smart move by Skitty Brave. If he'd have forced the issue, it could have been a DNF instead. He says, okay, Black, you got this. I'll follow you. 38 right there. These guys are teammates for HMS. And there you have it, just like that. As these guys move forward. Back in black. In third. Oh, and Frosty did not take that corner correctly. Contact between the 9 and the 45. And the 2. No contact there, but the 2 drives it off into the dirt. He did not hit that bump stop correctly. And we just lost someone. But he did not take that bump stop correctly. We got a battle. As Ibis We lost. Is that a DNF, 100% engine, or was that a lag out? The cars have not stopped on the racetrack, so we stay green flag. Ibis chalked up as a lag out here. Let's go back in the field. A lot of heavy contact still on board with Back in Black. He ends up in the 951, drives it off course. But Mikl finding a way to get it done as usual, up front cruising. Now, no need to panic here, and the reason why is because still a lot of racing and still a lot of potential. We got a car stop. Potential DNF. Oh, we just lost someone else. And let's see if this is a caution, as we lost Spools. Who DNF'd. Caution flags out. So Ibis, of course, I believe had a lag out. Maybe it was a DNF, but Spools for sure DNF. Caution flag flies. And so, exactly what I was getting ready to say, no need to panic for these drivers early in this race, because the 22, all it takes is one caution. Now these guys are back. So, going to be interesting now to see what happens. We're under our second caution for a DNF. Skitty Brave sitting second right now behind the 22. Exactly what he needs to do, being very aggressive and taking advantage of opportunities. Good for him. Gibson racing in the 38. We know him to be a fast driver. He's been fast all race long, all season long since his debut. If you remember, he's one of the only rookies that came in on his debut race and won, as he won the Homestead race, and now he's here showing why he belongs in the series. How about our only standing rookie left that just started making his debut, and that is Pro Big JoJo in the number 89, and he is currently in the top 5 running fourth, so a good showing. And then of course Back in Black running in 5th. Let's see if we can get talk with our some of these drivers here and figure out, you know, what is going on here. First, we'll talk with Beloved here and get his take. It's been checked out and it's been released from the infield care center. Obviously not happy about what is transpiring on the racetrack. Beloved, be sure to include your audio, man. What happened? Lap 1 and DNF. What happened?
I was just, I don't know. I was tired. I forgot to run the track.
Got you. Well, right now, the best thing to do at this point would be to hope that Back in Black has some sort of issue on the track that is going to set him back, and that allows you to squeak by, man. I know you are not happy with that, but it's been that type of season for us. And so what can you do? What do you do to salvage and prepare for next season?
Try harder.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that, man, and we'll get you out of here, man. Let's just real quick. Both of our rookies DNF'd. Was any lag out, or was there a Rex that took them out? What happened with the 31 and the 24?
24?
Yeah.
I never had a 24 lineup.
Okay. Well, if he's not the 24, then that's the one that's the 7. What happened with the 7?
Okay. He didn't say anything.
Okay.
I was just going through there, trying to get everyone to tell me their numbers. So the only ones that I got out so far is the 7, the 31, and myself.
Okay. Okie doke, man. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Appreciate that, man. We'll get you out of here.
Yes.
All right, well, that was the driver of the 1, an early exit. And so we'll see what we can do about getting the other drivers here and seeing, what happened with those guys. Really quickly. Huh. Okay. See if we can get a word in with one of these guys here and see what happened as these guys round the corner. They're going to double foul, prepare to go back green flag racing. Obviously, we're not going to get an opportunity. We may not get an opportunity to communicate with them. That is the 7 and the 31. Don't think we'll get an opportunity to communicate with them tonight. Well, as we continue, we prepare to go back green flag racing. Frosty was one of the ones that pitted. He's well in the back. So let's see how this is going to go this time. We'll ride on board with Gibson as we prepare to go for the restart. Once again, we're on lap 7. Green flag back in the air. We're racing at Sebring. Three wide into the corner again. Frosty wisely backs out of that one. Oh, look at the 51 overshoot that. Well, what a race down the front stretch across the start finish line. Obviously the battle for 5th going on right now between Frosty and our rookie in the 89 who's holding his own right there. Not intimidated at all by the efforts of Frosty. He's going to continue to put that pressure on as he peeks that nose to the left, now to the right, back to the left as they come through this small infield part, and Frosty going to try to drive it off the corner onto this little straightaway side by side. Now someone's going to have to give there as they approach that hairpin corner. And tight on the brakes, and the 51 having a hard time with that braking zone there. He's just overshooting it way too much, but this time didn't take anyone out with him. But this is a hot battle right now between these guys. Hard on the brakes. 51 takes him out. 45 is in the grass. What happened here? Skitty Brave gets it back going. He's got damage though. He's gonna have to take it to pit road. Okay. What happened? And the 89, of course, just got train railroad. And so he's gonna try to get himself back together. In the meantime, we're back up front, and right now Gibson has been the one driver that we've seen on a consistent basis trying to hawk down the leader. And we got a caution. Caution now on the racetrack, and wow. So one thing we're noticing here, one thing you see on a consistent basis, that braking zone. That braking zone, that hairpin corner is really, really giving these drivers a hard time, especially drivers like the 51 of Hyundai. Really giving them a hard time. It's a very difficult braking zone because you're at a high speed, and unlike the cars that traditionally run this course, these cars, these stock cars, you got to get them wound down. You got to get them to rotate around that corner. It's really, really difficult. And if you make a mistake, you either drive into the grass or you drive into someone's back bumper. And we have seen that quite a bit here early in the running of this race. It's either been the grass or it's been someone's back bumper. Either one is really, really bad, guys. So, yeah, let's try not to do that. We are under our 3rd caution of the night. Pit road's going to no doubt be open this time by. Expect some pit stops because of damage as we snake along under caution. We're going to return shortly. While there has been a lot of drivers to challenge, there's only been one driver leading so far in this one. It's the 22 of Mikl. We'll be right back. What's up, everyone? We are back here at Sebring for Elimination Racing 100 here for the BRL series, and as its title implies, this is elimination for round number 3. This decides who goes on to the final 4 and battles for a championship and who is eliminated. But don't forget, we also have another battle, and that's the battle for the top 10. Right now, we have several drivers here in this battle for the top 10. Rave Tide is not present, neither is Bibbly Bob. And we had a couple new drivers to enter, 3 to be exact. 2 have DNF'd, but 1 is still in it and racking up points. What effect is that going to have? Can they possibly get themselves in the right position? So a lot of battles going on right now, and that guy right there on your screen, the 38, knows about that battle. He is sitting right now in the 7th position in points and looking to capitalize on the absences there as well. Back in Black still up to 3rd right now and trying to maintain that spot with his teammate there. Look for him to be aggressive every single restart as he tries to gain positions on the racetrack. So guys, be sure, if you're not, to become a follower of the channel, Twitch Muncher 27, as we have races every Friday night at 11:30 Eastern. And next week you want to tune in because we're headed to the high banks of Daytona. But right now we got to get through this race. We're back under green flag, racing 22 versus 38. Oh, 22 around. And he was able to recover, surrenders the lead to the 38. Skitty Brave up to 4th in the 45 car. All right, here's that braking zone. Can the 51 get through cleanly? He does. Brakes a little early this time by. Look at the 51. Hyundai starting to figure things out. And as he's doing it, he's getting a lot faster. The 45 was battling with the 38. But we can see on this front half of this racing course, he just doesn't have it, the speed. But someone who does have the speed is the 22 of Mikl. Got that spin, recovered, got himself back out front within 1 lap because the racing surface is so big. He is your leader and has led literally every lap. .51 diving it in hard. He's gonna get out brake right here. As 45 is going to take advantage of that mistake. We got a pile up in the back. Back in black. He's okay. He gets tangled up with our rookie. And let's see if our rookie's okay. He's fine. So I wonder what happened there as he got tangled up with that, and caution flag flies. Okay, so we're under our 5th caution of the race. And it comes in those hairpins and those heavy braking zones, and we're noticing 2 things I'm noticing. Number 1 is throwing these guys for a loop. I mean, as they're trying to get through these braking zones, really, really difficult for them. And, you know, getting these cars stopped and getting them where they'll rotate through those corners is difficult. But then also there's not a lot of give on the racetrack either. Not a lot of racing for other drivers. And so some are getting ran over from behind, and it's leading to cautions. We're seeing pileups all over the place. All right, so let's take a quick look at our chasers as they get ready to open pit road. Let's wait real quick first. Pit road is open this time. And so let's see who pits and who doesn't. Pit road is open. Mikl, who has not pitted yet, continues not to pit. He's going to hold the 38 with him. The 45 stays out. The 51 stays out. So everyone else behind him is going to pit. And Big Pro JoJo has decided to retire from the race. So all of our rookies in and then out. All right, so now we give our attention. That's one storyline complete. How would our rookies do? They all decided to DNF or walk away. They got involved in a wreck, or they walked away from the series. So now let's talk about our other storyline, and that is these chasers. Let's get an update. Let's start from the front. And let's talk about our drivers that needed Skitty Brave in the 3rd spot. We were riding along with him. He's doing really well in that 3rd spot. However, we've noticed as they are piling up under caution, that's interesting. We've noticed that these drivers are having a hard time, or the 45 is having a hard time staying in front of his competition. So that is something to look out for. He's going to have to find some speed from somewhere. Hopefully he's able to do that. Frosty doesn't need it. However, Back in Black does. And Back in Black right now surviving. He's in 7th. Needs to continue to fight in order to be able to claim that Final 4 berth. Beloved Car, our other driver, is DNF. Was the first driver to DNF out of this race. And really, really unfortunate turn of events for him. SXR has dominated so far this race, and the 22 has led every single lap of this event. Will he be able to cap off yet another win? 7 for the season, which would tie. No, I'm sorry. No, it won't tie the record. It'll get close though. 1 race closer. We'll see. And we get through this race, and then we got to talk about, can Mikl become a back-to-back champion for the first time in BRL? They round the corner. Here we go. Yet another restart. There are 7 drivers left in this race. Who's going to win it? Here we go. Green flag waves. Through the gears they go. We're green again. We're through the sweeping turn 1. 51 is loose. Through the grass. Left-hander. .51 starting to drop positions through the S's. Looks like we might have lost another one. Oh! Who is that? Chris. Couple cars involved in that. Chris, the God, damage. Skitty Brave? Skitty Brave. Damage. What happened? And we have been disconnected, guys. So that's interesting. We're going to try and get back to where we need to be here. And in the meantime, we'll go to a break. We'll be back.
Hey, Cook.
Yeah, what happened?
What do we do?
So, here, let me talk real quick, guys. Clear it. I called a red flag because half the lobby just lagged out. The lobby went to poop, and I believe we had, like, what, guys, 7? 3 of them all lagged out at once, and the entire lobby started lagging, and there's just 4 of us now. I immediately called a red flag because it was not a driver situation. It was the lobby.
Yep. Let's reset it. We're going to bring everybody back. Reset the lobby. How many laps y'all got left?
Right now we're on 15.
Come back. I know he left the party.
Yeah, so let's reset everything and then set the laps back or where they were.
14 out of 46.
14 out of 46.
Complete.
And so we'll do that.
We're sitting at 15 right now.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll do that.
I took a clip as everyone died, so I should have results as of death.
Yo, I saw like 4 types of damage, and I was like, who did I hit?
Hyundai.
Yeah,
I looked at damage too. I'm like, what the heck?
I'm gonna go ahead and restart my game while we're at it.
Hyundai.
Does that mean I can come back?
Sorry, beloved, no.
Hey, Hyundai.
Did we have many laps?
How did I get under him?
How'd you get what?
How did I go under him?
Just remember I'm still live, guys, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cookie. They all
Yeah,
went.
I'm just gonna back out. And
He
get off, 'cause
flipped.
I gotta be up by 6:45.
Alright, bud.
Flipped. The car
Y'all
behind
have a
him
good
hit him,
night.
and I went past both of them on the
You too,
inside.
sir.
Are you
and
too
under
cutie?
Both of them.
So, what are we doing for positions? Just before all the lag started?
Before the death. I took a
Alright.
clip as I watched everyone die.
I believe I was near last at that time. Likely. We
I don't even know where I was at.
Alright, so I'm gonna set it at
see.
41. So y'all, it should be 31 should be checker. Well, you know, 31 should be white flag, 32 should be checker. Y'all know how y'all.
Because we're 15 in of the
Yeah.
36.
The 16 should be.
Alright, I'm watching my video back right now. At the time of the game throwing itself off a clip, I have Mikl in first, Skitty in second, Gibson in third, myself in fourth, Back in Black in fifth, Hyundai in sixth, and whoever was left in seventh.
Well, what happened to all our rookies? They were like, nah.
Some
Yeah,
the whole
they were
DNF
like-
and some of them just said,
2 of them DNF'd on like lap 1, I'm pretty sure, and then the other one left at the last caution.
yeah, Christmas tree took off.
We didn't know where to go. This is why you don't get people from Australia to race at like 6 a.m. their time.
They chose to accept it, so they're gonna race. I don't discriminate.
Yeah, I don't either.
Did you post it for like EU people or no?
I posted it
'Cause I
for.
didn't even see the post.
Yeah, I just posted it for anybody to see. So
I didn't know if you put like a region on there or what.
no, I just left it open, wide open.
So, Cookies is still the same ruin. I'm still in a good position. Once I finish in
Pretty
top
much.
5.
As long as you don't die. So let me think here. We had 15 out of 36. So we should have like, okay, is 21 to go? Something along the lines?
Yeah.
So is it 21? So I need to set the laps to 31, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
We shouldn't have to pit.
Not for a little while. Might be a one stop.
I could make it 21 on repeat. I did it last night.
Well, Back in Black just throws everything out.
Barely.
Strategy.
Yo. So 21, right? So 31 would be the overtime, correct?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. Just double check. All right. Everybody in here that's supposed to be in here?
Yep.
Okay. Finish it off nice, guys.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you, Sam. I'm gonna take it nice and easy.
As soon as Hyundai gets back,
I'm making sure
Here's
it's
Darty.
on so I don't walk up this time.
all right. I'm going back to the booth.
Alright, my
Done for.
anti-lock brake is on so I don't walk.
And well, guys, sometimes stuff like that happens where things lock up on us and doesn't cooperate with us. So we make adjustments and we go from there. So obviously you heard some of what went on behind the scenes as we get everything together. And we're going to do everything that we can to finish this race under good conditions. We don't want to short anything, any aspect, so we try to have everything under good conditions. And we're waiting for Frost to ready up before we resume. There he is, readied up, and here we go. All right, so we're back at Sebring, and these guys are going to get themselves back in their grid order and in their running, and then we're going to get back to green flag conditions. So everything from before the crash is left. So Beloved is not going to return. Neither are the drivers at DNF'd. They're DNF'd, but everything else has been reset for these guys. So fewer laps here. Let's see what happens on the racetrack. We'll give some time for these guys to whip around there. Back in black. Got to take advantage of this opportunity. Skitty Brave has to take advantage of this opportunity. We'll see if they're able to do so. We'll be right back. All right, Elimination Racing is set to return to green flag conditions here at Sebring. The flag stand is, flag guy's not waving a flag. He's just standing there. He's fired. Green flag in the air. And look at Skitty Brave. Tried to assume the lead, overshoots the corner. Now they're side by side as they enter the infield section. To the left. To the right. Back to the left. Take it back now, y'all. And Mikl pulling away with the lead here as they come into the corner. Hyundai picking up spots. Skitty trying to hang on to second. And Frosty drops it off course. Hyundai's gonna move up a spot. Skitty looking strong. And Chris in the grass, and he's gonna save it. He's gonna be able to get it rolled down, and he's gonna save it. Back in black in 6th. Now you look at back in black here as we're missing somebody. I apologize, guys. Hold on a minute. We're missing Gibson. Well, evidently decided not to continue. That is a DNF there. It's back in black. Drives it way off and into the dirt. And what I was about to say is that even though back in black is looking pretty decent right now, excuse me, he cannot sit and rest on his laurels. He can't say, oh, well, I've got a playoff berth. Nothing's going to happen. I'll be able to get in. Because Beloved still is receiving points for the DNF. He's not getting 0 points. So he's going to have to overcome the points that Beloved gets plus the points that he's in deficit of. So he's going to have to get up there and mix it up in the top 3 at least to really feel good about his position on the racetrack, or else he could find himself still out of the playoffs. Let's talk about Skitty doing what he needs to do right now, battling as the 51 takes a position away from him. But the 45, Skitty showing that aggressiveness. I'm loving it as he drives through the cones. I'm loving the aggressiveness right now as he is doing whatever he needs to do to be able to try and get himself into the next round solidly without any mistakes here. And with Mikl pulling away, he's looking to try to take second. This is the hottest battle on the racetrack. As they both get through these corners pretty solidly. Good job for these guys. Oh, the 51 in the grass. That's going to allow the 45 to come right back. Side by side they go. Here's the heavy braking zone. Can the 51 stop? He does. Side by side they continue to be. 51 gets the drive off. Here's a 45, gonna try to get it in there, y'all. Over brakes. Oh, and the 51 is gonna take it. Man, he tried to drive it in deep. And this time the 51 was able to get it slowed down and said, hey, you know, you wanted that bad, go ahead and take it. And then took it right back. Let's take a look at this battle as Frosty and Chris battle it out. And here comes Frosty. It was a battle. Frosty says, I'll take that. And Frosty's going to move up to 4th. This is still a hot battle. What is Chris going to be able to do through this tight section right here? Certainly a better drive through that portion right there compared to Frosty. And you see Chris able to gain some time, get to Frosty's bumper, and this is going to set him up for the heavy braking zone. Oh, and Chris brakes extremely early, and Frosty says, I don't think I'm going to make that. Yeah, I'm going to let you go, bud. Safely drives off through the extension so that he doesn't tear up his car or needlessly endanger the number 11 car. And that's a very classy move. And that battle is going to take a pause right now. That allowed Back in Black to get in the mix too, so we should expect a battle there soon. Back to the battle for 2nd. Still hot as the 51 is right there. Through this S portion as they extend the racing surface. Using up every inch of the racetrack. $51 gonna drive it in deep. You see him lock it up just a little bit. Got to get that car slowed down. Angles it though. He's gonna get a major run off the corner. Here he comes. You see him lock it up a little bit more. He's there. Ooh, a little deep in that corner. 51 can take it, right? He can gain speed? No. So we're back. And so the battles have pretty much calmed down here on the racetrack. So let's kind of analyze where we're at really quickly here. So let's run through the field Obviously, let's talk about Mikl, and let's look at what Mikl is doing. Obviously, Mikl is 7.8 seconds ahead of second place. He's 10 seconds ahead of third. Mikl is putting on the clinic that we expect Mikl to put on, race in and race out. No one has been able to stay with him or challenge him, except for the 38, who is no longer with us right now. So, we've got a lot of drivers that have come in and come back out this race, but Mikl has been able to stay with it, and he is doing what he can. As you see, he's just flawlessly running through the corners and through this race. He's doing a really exceptional job here at Sebring. And question is, can he repeat as champion? He was in first place. He's locked in via a win earlier on in the round. And I mean, when you look at the sheer speed that he is racing with, you wonder, can anyone slow him down in the Final Four? We're going to have to find out if that's the case. So we'll keep an eye on that. You look at second place, Skitty Brave, and right now Skitty, the highest chase of the bubble guys, the highest finisher. He was the highest ranked driver in those points, even though he was tied with Beloved. He was sitting third, and right now sitting second, looking really, really strong. If he were to finish here, I'm pretty sure he will call it a good day, especially in terms of everything that has happened this race. He was involved in a couple wrecks, and I think he would call this a really good race, a really good day. And he needs to continue to fight, though, and continue to dig as he tries to hold off Hyundai, and I think he's doing a really good job. Now the question is, moving on to the Final Four, can he compete with Mikl and challenge for that championship? I think it starts at Daytona. I think if he can get a good run at Daytona, a good start at Daytona, then I think the sky's the limit. He could pull off this upset. But if he has a bad Daytona or if he DNFs, I really do believe that's going to really tank his ability to be able to catch him at tracks like these. Well, we got drivers off the course. Chris ejected. Back in Black is there. We'll get back to them in a minute. Let's talk about third place here on the grid, and that's Hyundai third. And Hyundai sitting right above the cutoff right there, about 37 points above the cutoff. 36 points above the cutoff. This finish is definitely going to help him to get into the top 10 and to stay there. Drivers below him did not finish or are struggling to finish. I think this is a big opportunity for him to advance in the point standings, to catch Gibson, to catch Pika, and to make it harder for drivers like Rave Ty and Bibbly Bob to be able to continue to pursue a berth into next round. So I think this is big, and he's doing everything that he needs to do. He's been strong and fast on many occasions. He has a win. He'll start up front at Daytona. And right now he's looking to continue his run. Then we talk about Frosty, and Frosty has convinced us, or at least convinced me, that he's going to be a good candidate for the Final Four. And then at the same time, with runs like this, I have to ask myself, is he legitimately going to be able to keep up with his teammate week in and week out in the Final Four? Or are we going to see a situation where he finishes second or third in points in the Final Four and moves on into the offseason? I just don't think he has the speed of his teammate, and that's going to be a problem when it's time to battle for that championship. I think right now everything's fine, everything's good, but I think it's going to be a problem fighting for that championship. Back in Black making moves as he's showing his speed. He gets around the 11, and Back in Black an up and down season, and this is the opportunity that we all talked about. He's gonna have to seize the day. Still plenty of time, plenty of laps. These guys are spread out and in a rhythm. It's time to go get it, and I think now he has to go get it definitely. I think that if he does not, I think he's gonna have some issues. I think there's gonna be some issues there when you look at legacy in BRL. If he cannot make his way into the Final Four with beloved DNF, with so few cars left on the track, if he does not make it in, there'll definitely be questions about legacy. There'll be questions about whether he is good enough to be in this series. So 5th place, not good enough. He needs to keep digging. We'll see what he's able to do with 4th place. 6th place, Chris the God, and Chris has definitely had an up and down season in that number 11. Obviously, we're used to seeing him in the 5. He's in the 11, teammates with Skitty Brave, and he was hoping to have a turnaround season to come back to. Right now, looking really, really good. I mean, the first of the drivers eliminated from points contention, leading that group, but still, when you look at his runs, very mediocre runs that I'm sure you wish you could have back. And there have been too many occasions where he's had either electronic issues or he's had situations that have cost him in the run on the racetrack. So we're going to pay attention to whether he can string together some good runs, but more importantly, how he's going to help out his teammate in Skitty Brave, especially at Daytona. Skitty's going to need his help. We'll see how he's able to do that. Let's get back up front, or closer to the front. We have a battle for 4th between Back in Black and Skitty. So let's see how this works out for these guys. Can Back in Black take this position away? I don't know if you guys heard that, but off the throttle early, giving Frosty a chance to break it down and make that corner. Good sportsmanship. And now, what is Black gonna do? Oh! Dives inside as he gets the angle. He's gonna break hard. He's gonna snatch it away. He tried to shut the door but couldn't do it. Frosty comes right back at him. So failed attempt number 1, but it's good to see him battling for that position, being aggressive. Side by side as they enter 1. Frosty, can he maintain that angle? Yes, he does. And now we're into the S's part. Right now, Black has that position. And he overdrives the corner. And it's mistakes like that that are the difference between champions and losers, to put it quite bluntly. And you just can't make that mistake in this period of time. Let's get back up front to this battle, which is extremely hot on the racetrack, as they are side by side. 51 gets a little contact. They're rubbing doors and battling hard. Skitty back in 2nd. You can just see the different lines that they take on the racetrack. Still fast and aggressive. Coming up on 10 to go. So it's 10 to go. Oh, Skitty into the tire barrier. And that's not good. Again, the difference between champions and losers are mistakes like those. And so Hyundai is going to have it, but then Hyundai drives it off just a little bit. Does it again. And Skitty Brave is going to be let right back in. Hard on the brakes in the braking zone. Hyundai has struggled all race long in those corners. Those two corners, that one and the one they're coming up on right now, he's struggled in both of these. And Skitty's going to try and take advantage. Let's see what he can do here. Going to shut the door. Very nice corner there. He's improved much from the start of this event to now, and continuing to nurture that lead, and then makes a mistake there, runs it out wide. 45 going to try to take advantage. He does. 45 going to drive right by in this area, and they are just flip-flopping. What an exciting battle this is between these two drivers. One a chaser, one not a chaser. And this time Hyundai drives it out wide and slams it into the tire barrier. No damage there. But boy, does he lose time. Yikes. Mikl setting the pace. Back in the back in black, battling against the black number 11. Back in black needs to be able to get up through this field and stay up through there. They've got to catch Frosty. 3.9 seconds to make up here for back in black. Oh, and into the grass. Back in black is still struggling, and it's allowing Chris to stay in it. In the meantime, back up here, as this battle is starting to heat up, Skitty just cannot get rid of the 51. He's been trying to. He can't do it. And 51 is just ate into this gap, and he is tracking the 45 down like a cheetah hunting his prey. Like a 3-year-old who actually wants to go to McDonald's. He is hunting down that McDonald's car. 22 has led the most laps as he continues to put on yet another clinic. This battle continues to brew between Hyundai and Skitty Brave. And in the meantime, this battle was brewing until the 9 drove it off track again. And is the pressure mounting for Back in Black in the 9? Well, let's see. Let's see what effect the pressure's having. Shall we? Let's do some math. While we wait, let's do some math really quickly. Back in Black. We got pit stops now. So this is going to make things really, really interesting. Skitty Brave as well as Hyundai both down pit road. Let's put a pause on that. Let's pay attention to this strategy here to see how things are going to play out. Because Mikl, we've seen Mikl stretch the fuel before. We've seen it bite him. We've seen him be able to take advantage. Frosty in pit road. Also, it changes drivability of the race car. So, with fresh tires, how are these guys going to do? Skitty able to maintain the lead over Hyundai. 1.8 seconds with fresh tires. Now, let's see what they're able to do. And let's see if Mikl pits. Now, if Mikl decides to pit this time, what effect is that going to have on these guys behind them? Are they going to be able to catch up and challenge for the race lead? .9 seconds. 22 seconds separates first and second. Almost half the track is what's going on with these drivers here. Mikl versus Skitty. So what does Mikl decide to do? Is he going to pit? Skitty Brave. Hyundai cannot have any mistakes. No, Mikl going to stretch. So now let's do some math the other way. We're going to do some math as far as finishes. Let's do some math as far as fuel mileage. Okay, so evidently the 22 has already pitted. So with that being said, really there's nothing that these guys are going to be able to do except hope for a caution to come out or a DNF to happen that's going to bring the field back together. Wouldn't that be interesting with so few laps, or for Mikl to make a major mistake? .2 seconds separates second and third. Skitty really needs second. He really, really needs second place. Hyundai in the 51 looking to try to steal some points away is Chris the God and Back in Black both go into pit road. They're going to yield their position to Frosty. A lot of tire smoke there. Oh no! A lot of tire smoke, and Skitty drives it off course. Just after I said he really needs to finish second. Now he's got work to do to catch, well, in my opinion, the faster 45 or 51 car. And then we had a driver drive it off course just then. That was the 11. So that means that Back in Black has fifth, sole possession of fifth. He's gonna have work to do if he's gonna catch fourth place. As the laps wind down here, we're on lap 18. Oh no! Trouble as these guys go back and forth. I didn't mean to go up that much. And these corners have snuck out and bitten a few of these drivers. So easy when things get spread out. It's not just battling the drivers around you, it's also battling yourself. For some of these guys, they're tired, they're sleepy, they're fighting fatigue. And that plays a part in racing and mistakes and doing what needs to be done there to be able to continue to race despite that. It does weigh on you. And we're seeing that fatigue on display in the closing laps of this race. I believe anyway. And so right here, Hyundai is able to gap Skitty quite a bit here. And so barring any mistake, you're going to see Hyundai drive away here and take sole possession of second place. That's exactly what he's able to do. All right, so things starting to wind down here in this race. We're on 18 of 21. The adjustment because of the crash earlier of the lobby. Back in Black now has a chance to take this spot away from Frosty and take fourth position. So we'll pay attention to this battle for a while as the 9 has a run. He's going to try to step out. He has position in this sweeping right-hander on the right-hand side. Now, braking is going to be everything. He can't over-brake. He can't under-brake. He's going to have to do it just right. Seals the door. And back in Black in rhythm now as he takes possession of fourth. Now, can he keep Frosty away? A little bit of contact there by Frosty. Back in Black, gonna go back at him. Oh! Okay. Oh, yeah, I knew I heard somebody going off course. And Back in Black screws up again. And as the laps tick down, cannot have those type of mistakes. So now Back in Black gonna have to do that work all over again. Back up to the battle for second. Skitty 4.1 seconds. It's 4.1 out of the lead. Now, he's good. He's safe to advance to the next round for sure. However, definitely wanted a better showing all around to kind of get the momentum for next week. Speaking of next week, guys, next week you want to tune in because it will be Daytona racing once again to start the Final Four. It's surely to be interesting. Last time for the BRL 500, we definitely had a very fun, interesting, maybe even controversial, some would say, finish there at the Super Speedway with Frosty winning that race. Can he go back-to-back at Daytona this season? We'll have to see. You'll have to tune in. 11:30 Eastern next Friday for that running. Be sure to tune in Tuesday night, 11:30, as we break down the points analysis from this race. So you want to tune in there as well. I'm sorry, not 11:30, 10:30. You will want to tune in as that is talked about and discussed as 10:30 Eastern Standard. Who advanced? Who didn't? All that will be revealed Tuesday night. We're on 2 to go right now. Mikl has just basically pulled away. And so, congratulations to Mikl. I mean, yet another finish. No one's surprised here. The big question, can Skitty Brave steal back some points? Skitty Brave is going to move on. Congratulations to him. Frosty going to move on as well. So congratulations to those drivers. Now, the big test is going to be, can Back in Black take away, well, he already took away a position from Chris, but can he catch Frosty before this race is over? That's going to be the big question. And for Back in Black, he needed a good showing. He got, yet again, a bad showing. And some people are going to say, well, he finished 5th, Sam. Yes, he did, but there's only 6 cars. So technically, he finished 2nd from last. And so the question is, will that be enough? It's going to be close, obviously. Will that be enough? The white flag is out. No more cautions. And this is the final lap. And you're also trying to build momentum, you know. Here you haven't been on the track in quite some time. You're trying to build momentum. You're trying to get your ball rolling, prepare for Daytona, and for the battle for the Final Four. You don't want to take anything by chance, and definitely don't want to start taking it easy at this period of time. So we'll see how he performs out there. At this point, obviously, you don't want a DNF. That would be bad. And as that is the rest of the field, take white flag. This guy right here is preparing to take the checker. Barring any major meltdown, Frosty, Frosty's teammate, Mikl, is going to win the Elimination Racing 100. Here is Sebring. No surprise whatsoever. He's back in victory lane. Rounding the final corner for the final time. He's mastered the short courses. He's mastered the long courses. He's struck gold at ovals. He's done it all, guys. That's why he is a champion in this league, and once again proves he can tangle with the best of them. He is the best, the cream of the crop. He is the winner here at Sebring. Hyundai, a solid finish here. He's going to finish second. Skitty Brave, wish he could have got second. He's going to finish third in that 45. Still a good finish, ensuring that he makes it in through to the next round. Congratulations to him. Frosty in the 2. He's going to go ahead and rack up fourth place in the deuce. Back in Black is going to finish fifth. Will that be enough for him? Obviously, he has those team points as well. So he's going to have to make sure that he gets that done. And then the 11 is going to finish 6th. We had 5 DNFs in this race. While they finish their run, let's talk to our drivers here. Obviously, we talk first about Skitty Brave. He doesn't have a mic, but I mean, Skitty has definitely finished well in this race. I know he wished he could have had a little bit more. A second place finish. Nice battle that he put on back and forth. Now the question is, how aggressive is he going to be in the final 4? He's got a chance to win a championship without winning a race. But I think it's going to take winning at least one race in order to secure that championship. Can he do it at Daytona? Can he do it at some of the other tracks? We're going to find out. There have been races where he's been just a little bit faster than Mikl early, but it's going to need to finish that way. We'll find out. He's headed to the final 4, no doubt. Now we'll get a chance to bring in this guy, and that is Hyundai, who is, I mean, he's done a great job. He won last week, and here he is, second place this week. And let's get a chance to talk to him. Try to talk with Hyundai. There he is. Hyundai, be sure to include your audio.
Oh, did I not last time?
And so, I mean, you know, what a great run you had. Although you had nothing for the 22, you definitely had something for the 45 and others. Take us through the evolution of this race for you, because first, getting started at first, I mean, those hairpin corners were getting the best of you, but how did you figure that out throughout the race?
Yeah, I was kind of going off the 300 boards, and I realized the 300 boards should have said 100 on them. But you know, no, not only did I have problems early on, but when I did get them right on a few rare occasions, someone else didn't. It was like they didn't even break, but it's understandable because I did the same. But no, I was just trying to get past people in the beginning, and I don't know why I was with Skitty for so long. But yeah, I just lost too much time going off trying to pull away from them and stuff. I feel like if I got another chance to run with the leader at one point and be close to him, I'd probably get a little better run going. It was just too far away for me to even really make up that time.
Yeah, 20 seconds is a lot to try and make up. But a lot of momentum that you've been able to gather. Getting the win last week at Maple Valley, getting a strong second place finish And so now the question is, you know, as you solidify your position into the top 10, how does this help you for next season?
I mean, really, I feel like this is what would happen next season anyways. But I'm just disappointed I wasn't able to make it to a couple races that, even though I was probably I feel like I missed one race that I would have advanced with. Because I was like really like close to the cutoff line towards one race I missed.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I'd be in the final four or whatever, and I didn't miss that. But because of my strong runs lately, but you know, it is what it is. Next season will always come around.
Definitely, and we look forward to seeing you continue to showcase your abilities and, more importantly, steal those valuable points away from these chase drivers as they battle for a championship, man. Absolutely. That's what it's all about, really and truly. Can't make it easy for these guys. So we look forward to seeing you at Daytona. With that win, you'll be starting up towards the front. So gotta feel excited about that. No, it's going to be the Oval.
Oh, okay. That's next week, right?
Yes, next week Oval, yeah. You'll be starting up towards the front.
I usually have bad runs at Ovals because I always get messed up by someone else on the last couple laps. But when I am up there,
hopefully that won't happen this time.
It's very, usually it's by inches when I'm up in the front.
And we saw that at the 500 this season. You pushing and helping Wes get you back and forth using that high lane. Look forward to seeing more of that in that number 51. We'll get you out of here, man. Who you got to thank for the night?
Thank you for putting on a good race. Thank everybody for getting their stuff together halfway through. Not DNFing me at least.
Exactly, man. I got kind of scared there for a minute. I thought we were going to have one of those races. I was like, wait, this track is too long to be pacing every other lap.
But we got
pretty good.
I'm surprised we didn't get any cautions after.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you. We'll get you out of here on that.
All right,
we'll see you next week.
All right, have a good night.
Yep, you too. All right, that was the driver of the number 51. Strong second place finish, stealing those points away. And he looks forward to running next week at the Oval. And now let's talk to Mikl, our winner. What more can we say? What more can be said about, this driver? I mean, I don't think there's anything you can say. He's a champion. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can say. Another good performance. We have Mikl, our defending champion, driver of the number 22 SXR Chevrolet, back in victory lane. I guess you took what happened last week or a couple weeks ago very, very personal, didn't you?
I didn't fight. I was just in there after the race.
Yeah. I could tell by this run. Just take us through it. I mean, straight domination from beginning to end, man. What was it like up front?
Well, pretty. I guess cooler heads prevail. It was a pretty good saying. People were trying to get roughed up in the back, trying to make moves towards the front on a tight track. Came in already knowing this track pretty well. And starting up front helped. To deal with all the turning changes. A nice 139 car.
Absolutely.
Won my race.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about, man. Reaping the fruits of your labor. Now you're headed to Daytona. It's the Final Four. You've been into the Final Four since the start of this round. Now, what are your thoughts headed into this last 4 weeks of racing? What are your thoughts headed into Daytona, man?
Knowing who's gonna push out of the main draw. That's the big thing. Because I feel like whoever's in the front is gonna end up winning. I don't know.
Alright.
Don't do enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Any nerves at all as you head into, you know, this race? I mean, no longer the ability to, you know, win and you're in there. Now it's a situation where you've got to go out there and race consistently and not have anything happen for 4 weeks. Does that change your perspective, or is it been there, done that because of having won the championship last season?
I'm thinking now it's crunch time. You know, I really have to stay consistent, not wreck myself at any point. But with Daytona, I've lived through it once. I survived that race one time and got a win at the start, Final Four. So it's kind of a been there, done that. I can do it again.
All right, like to hear that confidence headed into crunch time, as you put it, the fourth quarter, if you will. We'll get you out of here. Who you got to thank, man?
Brand new car for Schrader with Verizon, Pennzoil. Ran pretty well, I'd say. Probably coming back.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you putting on a good show for us, and we'll see you next week at Daytona.
See ya.
That was the driver of the number 22, Mikl, and as usual, his familiar place up top, the standings. So he is definitely locked in. He's going to the Final Four. His teammates locked in. He's probably going to the Final Four as well via points. That is Frosty. Skitty Brave, solid finish. He's locked in that battle between Beloved and Back in Black. Who won that battle? Tune in Tuesday night to get the definite answer, as the points will be updated. And so until then, it's been Sam Cook. My pleasure to be back in the broadcast booth, here to bring you live coverage of this race from Sebring. Will conclude whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, Australia, or anywhere around the world. We bid you a good night.